Why does this process feel so damn hard no matter what I try? The losing weight, getting control of my health, taking charge of my nutrition again. Why does it feel so difficult? Because, welcome back by the way, because you're bringing all of the baggage from your previous failures, your previous weight loss diet attempts with you. And you're also carrying, of course, your old identity and constantly comparing. It's one thing I used to do a lot, constantly comparing to the old ways of eating, the old diet. And this creates all of this crazy internal pressure about the new thing you're doing, the new method you're trying. This constant comparison game. Whether it's to, oh, I was eating like this before and I was losing weight even more quickly, even though now your current approach is more sustainable, it's actually way healthier, way better for you holistically. But you're constantly comparing to the extreme aggressive approach because what, you lost like a couple of pounds extra per month more? It doesn't really matter, does it? You rebounded anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you got faster weight loss. Or maybe you're not comparing to a previous diet attempts, but you're just comparing to like your previous like maintenance or your weight gain diet. And you're like, oh, but I miss, the chocolate croissants and I miss the free eating and I miss wine night with the girls, and watching a couple of beers, watching sports game with a couple of beers every weekend. Like, I miss just the freedom that I had with food. And so you're just bringing all of these old stories, these old identities, all the baggage. Oh, I failed so many times with weight loss. Of course I'm not going to be successful again, which is a completely natural thought. Like, if you failed your last 10 diet attempts, it'd be kind of naive to think this one would suddenly and magically work, right? But this is what I mean by baggage. And all of this stuff, all of these stories, all of these old identities, this comes with you with everything new that you try. Every new attempt, you are burdened with the baggage of what went wrong, maybe even what went right, the successful things. From the past, but those all being distractions. Those all being distractions. Oh, I lost 10 pounds in a month with juice fasting previously. Well, even if you consider that quite good progress, it's still a distraction from what you're currently trying if you don't want to try, if you're not trying to do juice fasting right now. And just that grass is greener approach. So I'm kind of all over the place here, but the common denominator, the common theme here is you bring in all of this shtick, all of these stories with you, with each attempt. It just creates a lot of noise. And those seeds of doubt that all of these things plant about the current thing you're doing, whether it's about the diet that you're following now, or maybe it's about yourself, like your own ability to be compliant, your own ability to stick to this. Maybe it's something very physiological rather than psychological. It's not really that you doubt your compliance. It's really you don't necessarily have confidence in your body. I've got all these set points. I always get stuck at, I can lose the first 10 pounds, but I always get stuck at 170 pounds. Or, oh, well, I'm in menopause now, and my doctor doesn't seem too confident this is going to work. Like, these are all, again, whether valid or not, whether historically accurate or not, even if they're a bunch of nonsense, right, it doesn't mean you don't put stock into them. It doesn't mean they still don't, even if you can reframe them, it doesn't mean they still don't worry you and panic you. And those, even if they're tiny, those little seeds of doubt can create this internal resistance that stops you from fully committing to this process and just embracing, this is the diet I'm doing, I'm committed to this plan, this is how I'm living right now. And I don't know what I'll be eating, where I'll be in 10 years' time, but I know that right now I really believe this is the thing that's going to change my life, and this is what I'm committing to. I'm committing to my 8,000 steps a day. I'm committing to my plant-based diet. I'm committing to the slow-go cardio method, right? I'm embracing this lifestyle. I'm not drinking alcohol, or if I do, I'm going to cap it at 1 or 2 drinks every week. And I'm really now, I'm going to have 20 home-cooked meals a week, but I'm going to have that one free meal, that one meal out, but I'm capping it there. Like, whatever the rules that you're agreeing to, those are just some of the variables, the features of my whole Slim and Sustain approach, just as an example there. But whatever the rules that you're sticking to, just fully submitting to them without all of the doubt and the comparisons of the things you've tried in the past, or ideally the way I'd like to eat. Well, that way you'd like to eat was sending your cholesterol through the roof, sending you up the scale, and you having all kinds of health scares, bluntly put. So it's pointless comparing to that, but it doesn't mean you don't do it. It doesn't mean you're not human, that you don't have those moments of doubt and weakness and temptation and so on. But it's letting go of that baggage, that old identity, those old stories, and saying, hey, this is how I live now, and I'm really, really committing to this, and I'm excited about it. And just grounding yourself in the day-to-day, because when you have that lack of belief in yourself, just that lack, a little bit of, even if it's just a little crack in the dam, that little chink in the armor, that tiny feeling that, I don't know if I'm really cut out for this. I don't know if I'm fully committed to this approach yet. I don't know if my body's really capable of weight loss. Why these things are so dangerous is they'll get you to quit before you're even at a breaking point. They'll give you just that little bit of extra excuse to say yes to the pizza, whether it's very conscious or unconscious, subconsciously, because you're not fully, again, conscious, subconscious, you're not fully on board and believing in your vision. Even if you say, oh, I've got this goal, do you truly mean it? What I've experienced a lot, what you learn as a coach very much the hard way, is a lot of people do genuinely believe, or they do rather hope anyway, they can do this, they are capable of this, but really do they, I've messed this up, I've done this the wrong way around, do they truly believe that they're capable of it? Do they truly believe that it will happen? Do they feel totally deserving and entitled to the success? No. Most people, even if they have a goal, they don't necessarily feel, yeah, this is definitely going to happen for me. And just that little crack in the dam, the way that that can get you to quit before it even gets tough, to quit the first hurdle, rather than a genuine breaking point where you can kind of have some sympathy for someone, you know, having some serious doubts, you'll X out of this process. You'll flake out way sooner because, hey, I'll eventually screw it up anyway. Again, this could be subconscious as well as a conscious thought. I've literally heard this from people, so I know in many cases it is conscious, but I know I'm going to screw this up anyway. The last 10 things didn't work for me, so why even try right now? You see what I mean? And this is the big problem, is you're bringing all of this stuff tarnished by all your previous failures, bringing that all with you, and it just dampens any enthusiasm and any ability, I think more fundamentally, to just accept and submit, and these are negative sounding words, but surrender to the new plan, the new process that you're trying to follow. You're never really fully on board. And this is a big problem. And a beautiful thing happens when you just submit to the process and you say, hey, like it or lump it. It's not going to be easy. This is my lifestyle now, and I commit to it. And I'm going to ground myself in the day-to-day, and I know that whatever comes up, the answer is just eat the next meal on my meal plan. Just do my 8K steps. Just have my 1 meal out per week, really enjoy that, but commit to the other 20. Doesn't matter about what somebody says, or, oh, I hit a plateau this week, or, oh, I've got some strong cravings today, or, oh, I'm stressed, or my doctor doesn't believe that I can actually do this because I'm in menopause now, or because I'm over 70. Doesn't matter what comes up, the solution is always the same. Just do the next thing that your plan instructs yourself to. And when you have that calmness, that grounding, that genuine commitment to your process, to this process, oh wow, that's a total game changer. Your performance goes through the roof. All those moments when you say yes to donuts, you just cut through. You just, like knife through butter, you just cut through those things. They're not even a temptation to you anymore. And it's not to say you won't make mistakes, but when you have the commitment to just get back on track rather, just do the next thing from my plan, I make the next meal from my plan, I do the next workout, exercise activity from my plan, because hey, that's the plan I'm committed to, that's the plan I'm sticking to. The calmness that comes from that, the total surrender to the process, yeah, this is night and day difference with your results. This is the difference between a loss and maintenance every week, a loss and maintenance every month. This is the difference between being on and off your diet, and the terrible relationship with food that can foster, the diet mentality, diet trap that so many people get stuck to, where they're stuck in, rather, where they have good days and bad days. Nope. You don't have any of these problems because you're just fully in, fully on board, and yeah, occasionally you do make mistakes, but the ratio of mistakes to good behaviors is like, it's completely incomparable to this kind of chaotic, wishy-washy, flaky person that you were before. That's on, off. Every January you're trying something new. You're doing every new hot diet trend you see on Instagram now. It's High Rocks, it was CrossFit 2 years ago, it was keto in 2010, and then plant-based got big in 2015, and you're just back and forth and never really committed, and never really breaking through, and you lose 10 pounds here and there, but nothing ever clicks, nothing feels sustainable, and nothing feels deeply transformational. And yeah, for me, the deep transformation came when I said, No more internal resistance to this process. I let it all go. All of the noise, all of the stories about it should be this, I should be losing weight more quickly, I should be further ahead than where I am, I should be able to eat a few more calories than reality is currently dictating. Let it all go. It's all gone. It's all done. I submit totally to this process. This is how I live now. And you know what will surprise you the most? After a while, you get over all that stuff anyway. You get over all the old stories, you see through them, and you see through you see rather for the first time how much those limiting beliefs really were limiting beliefs, and how many disempowering thoughts you actually had. I have this, by about week six, loads of my clients have messaged me like, I can't believe how many BS excuses I had in my mind. I just didn't even know they were excuses. And they all come to light through the work. When you start releasing the internal resistance to this process, you're like, oh, that was holding me back. Oh, that was I was blind to all of this stuff. I just accepted this kind of self-talk for myself. You cut through all of that. You let it all go. Fully accept this process. It's amazing what can happen. If you want extreme accountability, highly personalized coaching, constant support, it's pretty intense from me on Vegan, Slim and Sustain, what I do for my clients, but that's why I'm so passionate about what I do. It's not a hands-off, do-it-yourself video course or online program where I just stick you in the Facebook group. No, if you want something far more immersive, far more hands-on, I work with my clients very, very closely because I know that's the best way to fix their bad habits and help them build a much better mindset like we've talked about today. If you want help with all of that, click the link below to learn more about working with me one-on-one there. See you in the next video.